Hey guys, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So just to give you an heads up on what I'm doing. So this is a pre-recorded session that I had with one of my students. He basically did like three poses, okay, for me, like this one over here, and this one. And I'm gonna go through with him and show him how he needs to tweak and improve those poses. So I did directly in Maya, so it's easy to understand for for the students. So I will show him how to go from something like this to something like this, which is definitely more appealing and similar, obviously, to the concept art. Okay, guys. So it could be very interesting. So if you're into those kind of things, guys, stick around and see you next time. Ciao. Hey Eric, how you doing? So let me take a look at the pose that you've done so far. You have this one over here. Okay, this one where it's kind of climbing, and this one over here is kind of jumping on top of a hill. Okay, so you choose a very nice and appealing pose from the concept. I think you're struggling a little bit, and I agree with you where you told me that you're having problem with the hand pose and some of the face. Okay, let's go through that one by one. So with this first pose over here, I feel like overall you kind of uh, struggle to have the body actually leaning towards the wall. Okay, and on top of this, look like to me that you barely animate the spine. You see how the shoulder is kind of moving forward here. I think is definitely more appealing. Okay, so you want to have a little bit of that line of action. We can adjust a tiny bit this one as well, and even this foot, I feel like it kind of you can kind of keep it a little bit more like this. And from the drawing, it also looks like it's not completely stretched. Okay, I think you overstretch it a little bit. Okay, let me go like this. And maybe this one, you can actually stretch it now. Okay. So it's kind of nice because it's kind of overlapping. I know the leg are very skinny, and sometimes what you have to do, you cannot just follow the pose perfectly. Of course, that's what we always try to do. But because of, I think it's really nice how there is no negative space here, so you have to try to achieve the same with with the character that you have. Okay, okay, it's already immediately start to look a bit more appealing. And then we can go here. We'll adjust the apple uh, later on. Okay. And again, with the shoulder, I think you need to lower it down a tiny bit and push it a tiny bit forward. Uh, with this shoulder, we can push it forward a tiny bit. Okay. Wanna see how much we can push in here. Look also this angle. See, it's not coming down. It's actually coming this way, and the hand is around this position. Okay. Now, I think you misunderstood a little bit the angle of the wrist at the moment. Okay, it's kind of more close by like this, and this finger is kind of open. Okay, even let me zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, we can definitely. Okay, see if in the hand is kind of again the hand is kind of covering the neck, this space over there, and we have to be very careful about the shoulder here. Maybe I push it a bit too much. Okay, and again a tiny bit forward. So I agree this pose is definitely a bit more complicated. Okay, I think we can squeeze it down a little bit. The apple seems a bit too big. Okay. I think also you have to be careful when you do proportion because if you're grabbing it with the hand, the way the finger gonna wrap around the apple, it's a relationship on what you're going to have. Okay, here. Okay, always go back and look in camera. What is going on? Okay, I can adjust this one. This one I can keep it a bit closer. And now the other things we want to do is definitely adjust the negative space here. Okay, maybe we can push this shoulder a little bit higher. Okay, remove everything at the moment. So see how kind of the neck is lower, kind of following this kind of line of action with the shoulder. Okay, we can also reduce it a tiny bit. I think sometimes it's way too much. Jules' neck is way too big. But now it's important that we really get the angle of the face. Okay. So now I want to take a look at the face expression. And the first mistake that you have done is that it looked like very sleepy. The line of the lids are you just lower the lids looks like to me. Okay, that's why you cannot get this kind of cocky straight line here. Um, so what you want to do is like lower this one, okay, on both sides. Yes, you need to open this line over here more, but you also need to, yeah. And you see, this is because now you can have a nicer straight line, okay? That's one that's gonna make all the difference between like a sleepy or a cocky uh, face expression, I would say, okay? Okay, same here. Do the same on the other side. Okay, when you move those controllers, don't just move them up and down. Try to look on the side again and move the lids. This one is fine. Move this one over here. Okay, definitely. And see how it's reversed. This arc, oh, sorry, this arc is going this way. Okay, see how the is pushed up, and the other one is almost in reverse. And now this is gonna be a tricky one. This kind of mouse shape is very tricky. Uh, but we'll try our best. Okay, really need to push the corner that way. Uh, Closing it. See the lips are moving actually forward. Okay. We have a roll value here. Okay. And the thing now that we have to be very good at is closing those lips here. Try to do our best to seal the lips. Okay. And yeah, maybe what we can do is make it a little bit rounder here. Okay, and adjust, see if we can adjust the line of action a little bit like this. Okay, we can adjust the line of action a tiny bit at the very end on this side. Okay, but if you can take a look from this one to this one, we improve drastically the line of action. We group here the negative space. Okay, we pose the foot correctly. We have now the disarm, um, wrap them around the body better compared to this one. We don't have this negative space here. Okay, we have a nice line of action for the neck, shoulder area. I show you how to adjust the eyes. Okay, so that's normally how you want to do. And for me, it took me, to fix this one like 20-25 minutes, I would say. But if that's what it takes to make a really solid pose, because this one is still not quite there. You see the line of action is kind of straight, the pose are there. You want to take this as a reference, but always push it a bit more. You know what I mean? Okay, Eric, let's go ahead with this second pose. Okay, so first things I want to do, as I talk in another tutorial, I think it's always nicer if we tilt a little bit the object, even like when you're climbing a wall or a mountain or whatever is climbing. I think it's always a bit more interesting if the line is never completely straight but a bit tilted. Okay, so we can start to push the foot closer. I noticed you didn't using at all the foot roll, so it's always ugly when the foot is kind of flat, especially when it's you're bending the leg a lot. Okay, and another things I noticed you didn't rotate as much as the um this one. Okay, same things here. I guess you wanna do the foot roll. Okay, yeah, you wanna make sure you rotate your leg. Okay. Oops, a bit getting lost the knee. Okay, and always check where are you going in 3D. Okay, sometimes it look like to me you cannot forget about it. You have to do things in 3D. Okay, in the 3D space. Okay, you wanna kind of twist on the other side. Okay, if you're basing everything the hip twisting to the left side, you always wanna have the chest to counterbalance in the opposite direction. Okay, and push a little bit the line of action. Okay, and increasing the foot roll even more. Now, the other things I want to do now is moving the shoulder forward and higher. Okay. 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 Uh, it's important now that we started to take a look where this rope supposed to be. Okay. Okay, so this one needs to be kind of here. We need to make sure we're not overstretching the. Uh, see, it's almost on the knee, so we are almost there. Okay, and I feel like this one over here, it's kind of. So yes, it could be something like that. Okay. We can push this one. We can open the elbow. Okay. So you can see nicely the forearm, same things you do here. Okay. And the head is that we need to really loose it up. Make sure you see how it's looking up. Okay. Still feel like maybe the chest needs to be a little bit straighter. Now we can adjust the arm a little bit. Okay, so now I think you are struggling with the things only because of the rotation, okay, of the wrist. You didn't position properly the wrist, okay. Okay, so that's what you wanna have, okay. Now this one over here. Okay, you can adjust this one. Just for the sake of composition. Okay, and let's go to the other one. Again, I think what we're struggling with is just the angle of the. It's a bit more challenging, definitely, but okay. So what you can do in this case, you can do this. Okay, you don't have to close the finger as entirely as a fist. Okay, and shit a little bit. Okay. There are for sure better way to do this. Okay, but all else will take me, for the sake of helping you, will take me um, a lot longer. Okay. Okay, always make sure you group the finger. Okay. Push those corner. Okay. You have to make sure the mouth is kind of pointy. Okay, that's what you want to always make sure about it. Also, when you do this, you want to adjust uh, the line of action of the teeth. Okay, and one more time, we are getting like a pose that is definitely stronger compared on what you had before. Okay, see here the foot looks kind of broken. Here I'm pushing it a little bit more. Okay, I adjust line of action, adjusting the shoulder. You know, actually another thing maybe you can do a little bit more is pushing the neck down a tiny bit. Okay, see, it's adjusting a little bit. So we fix now the grip on the hand, but actually here you were kind of struggling a little bit. You didn't know how to use it because the rotation. So it's always important that you rotate the wrist as close as possible and then readjust the finger in order to have something a little bit more appealing. We can always push in this case, maybe if you really want to have your arms really stretch, you can always adjust this a bit more. Okay, but I would say this is definitely another improvement, a big one from this one uh, to this one over here. Okay. Okay, so I think in this last pose, the biggest mistake you've made here is how the whole pose is balanced. You see like how the your arms are kind of leaning forward when actually here in the reference are kind of pointing. This one's kind of straight toward the center, and this one kind of converging to this point. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned to me that you had this an issue to match the two hands together. Let's see how we can fix this. Okay, so let's try to make this line straight. Okay, and we can think about this object and moving it slightly down for now. Okay. Okay, and this one kind of is gonna be something like this. Maybe here if we have to stretch a tiny bit the um, okay, I think we can still do it. Okay. But look like to me that the shoulder are kind of up. Okay, so okay, now another thing is looks like to me that the chest is pushing forward. Okay, you have to be careful about not to overstretch too much, and this one kind of rotate up. Okay, Okay, we can adjust this now. So the foot is very close to the hand. Okay, something like this. We can relax a little bit the foot, but what we can do, um, let's yeah, we can rotate this one. Okay. You see, now that you put actually the hands together, now you have more space to bring the foot forward. Okay, something that before you couldn't do it um, because of the arm was in the way. See, here it's too, the arms are too separated, and now they, you know, and you couldn't do that. Bending down a little bit. Okay. Uh, we can adjust this. Okay. Open the leg again. Okay. I want to overlap the tangent over there. Okay. I'm gonna push this a bit more. Okay. I think you need to open more the the mouth a lot more. Okay. The smile seems to be really big, so we have to try to push it as much as possible. Forget about the teeth for now. We know that is a problem there. Um, okay. Can adjust them immediately and make sure this one is very pointy. Okay, that's what I was gonna make a nice smile. Okay, I have to make sure this part here. Wish this could go a little, yeah, a little bit higher. Okay, and what we need to do is adjust this value, oh, the depth. You want to push it inside as much as possible. And you see the jaw is slightly forward. So I think we can use this. Okay, this is gonna control it. But also, oh, something went wrong. But also we need to keep rotating a bit up. And I still think we can push a tiny bit more the corner here. Okay. Now let's open the lids entirely, both of them. I remember if I'm correct, this one is kind of pointing down. You see now also like this is very high, but there is kind of reverse here. Okay, and it's kind of the same for the other one. I think we need to adjust the tilt of the head so the other eye is a bit more visible. Okay guys, so this is the end of the demonstration. I hope you enjoy. This is how usually I give feedback to my students. Okay, it was kind enough to let me share with all of you guys. So if you have any question, write it down in the comment. I will try to answer. Okay, see you next time. Ciao guys.